Hi, I'm Lucas. I'm a project manager and I give AppSheet 4 out of 5 stars. For more reviews like this, click below. So before we went with AppSheet, we tried a number of different tools to create sort of a table-like app. We tried Excel and Google Sheets, but they didn't offer the right editing and interactivity permissions, and they weren't pretty enough, honestly. We tried a great program called StackBy, but again, it didn't really allow us to do what we wanted to do. And a lot of the app builders that were out there we found were kind of complicated to set up. So we went with AppSheet instead. So we went with AppSheet because, first of all, they're linked with Google. And so that gave us some confidence that there was a solid team behind it. Plus, with material design, it looks pretty good. They also gave us a really good discount as a nonprofit organization. And probably more important than any of those, it seemed like AppSheet offered the right balance of complexity in the possibilities with simplicity of actually building the app. So it wasn't terribly hard to build in it. The good thing with AppSheet is that we could build a web app that we can embed in our own website as well as publish it as an app. So it was easy to deploy it, but getting started with creating the app itself was a little bit complicated, just learning the ecosystem of AppSheet. There's a great community and there's great documentation, but there's still just a lot of options and a lot to learn. So honestly, it was a bit of a slog to get going with it, even though it was still simpler than some other things we tried. So if you're considering AppSheet, as someone who's used it for a year and a half or so, my advice would be, yeah, it's a solid choice. Do look around and make sure that it's the best choice for your application. So AppSheet is not as easy to use as your desktop publishing programs. It does work well, but you might want to consider something like the apps. There's different ways that you can build apps on top of Airtable, and there are different companies that provide those apps. Or you might want to consider a program that is actually specifically designed for your business application. So do look around and make sure that AppSheet offers you the best value for the money and is the most flexible program for your use case.